Hello guys, in this video, transactions in MySQL using JDBC API. Transaction is nothing but a unit of work. That means group of DML statements submitting to the database, right? For example, two or more DML statements combining together and submitting to the database. One fails, another one is successful. In that case, transaction will be rolled back. Consider general example like a bank account. You are going to transfer money from one bank account to another one. That means you need to deduct from account 1 and add it to another account. In this first one is this one DML statement, another one is another DML statement. First one is success, second one is failed. In that case, transaction is not complete. That means transaction should be complete success or complete failure. So this one failed. In that case, even successful DML statement should be rolled back. That's it. Both are successful, it will be committed to the database. Transactions depends on isolation levels, and we have 4 isolation levels: read committed, read uncommitted, repeatable read, and serializable. So by default JDBC uses read committed isolation level. So how will you submit group of statement, a group of DML statements in JDBC? You can submit using statement interface or prepared statement interface. Let's write a program. We already discussed how to connect to MySQL database. This is a driver. We need to register with the driver manager. Driver manager has a get connection. It is asking for URL. In this URL itself, I passed a username and a password. You will get, if it is successful, you will get a connection object. That's what I written here. Connect, and whatever records are there, just display for our purpose. We need to write a transaction function, and after transaction display all the records, and finally diskette. So we need to write a transaction class, a transaction method, prepared statement. I am going to insert 2 statements. Connection object has prepared statement that accepts SQL. I am going to insert 2 records. Insert into events table, that is, it has name and description. I am going to put values. STMT, both are strings. Parameter 1, we have 2 parameters here. Event name it is asking, I am putting event 1001, and STMT description also string only, 2 event 1001 days. This is one prepared statement. We need to execute it. Execute update, right? We are going to send another one, stmt one event 1002 set string to 1002 description, right? For this also execute update, stmt execute update. Is this a transaction? No. See, by default JDBC API, whenever you call execute update, any DML statement associated with the prepared statement, it will be auto committed. So we need to set auto commit to false. By default it is true. We need to set it to false. Finally, we need to call on connection object commit, right? If in case it fails, we need to roll back it, right? Here, if transaction class throws exception, SQL exception, we need to roll back here. That is, main method is a static method, so we cannot access our transaction is a our connection class is connection dot rollback. And before this, we need to get some other information from connection object, that is whether your JDBC driver supports transactions or not. We need to find it out. Connection object has metadata supports transactions. We need to check this. If it is returns true, then only we will go for transactions. Else JDBC driver or database does not support transactions, right? This check you need to do. And also we need to close the prepared statement. You can use try with resource. Right, all these calls we already made, so no need to worry about this. Now go and check event 101, event 102. Is there any records? Select star from events. We don't have any events with that name. Now run it. Here it is not displaying. Let us see whether it is successful or not. Events, it is not successful. The reason why is doesn't support transactions. We need to display error message here. System.out println ex dot get get message. Now run it. Some problem, syntax error. We need to values. That's the problem. See, event before transaction we have up to 32. Now we have 42. So two insert statements are successful using transactions.